the voice is carried on the breath, and the quality of our resonance is rooted in the quality of our breathing. So we're going to look for a moment today at the breath and how it is interacting with the voice and supporting the voice or not. So typically for most of us, when we think of singing or chanting, we think of taking a big breath, and we'll do something like this. Instead, what we'd like to do is, like this tempura, is think of ourselves as our main resonator being down in the pumpkin, down in the pelvis. And similarly, a feeling of our breath moving down into the pumpkin, rather than up here, up in the chest. This will give you a much richer sound and a much more relaxed experience of chanting. So go ahead and place your hands on your lower belly and let your weight drop a little bit back, which I know is sort of opposite of what many of us have become accustomed to, but just try it as an experiment. Rather than being way up on the top of the sit bones, in the front of the sit bones, let your weight roll a little behind the sit bones. And from here, exhale all your breath. At the bottom of your exhalation, release your lower belly into your hands. And then exhale. And you'll notice that when you breathe in that way, the shoulders don't come up, the energy doesn't end up around your ears. But actually this area is quite quiet, so if you watch me do that again, I'm going to breathe out all my air. There's actually very little movement. It also affects the quality of the sound. So if I'm sitting in the front of my sit bones and consequently the breath is a little stuck, a little bit higher, tends to be a little more up here, I'll chant Om. Om. So not altogether a bad sound. But if I let the weight roll a little behind the sit bones, I'll find that my breath can drop deeper and it will be centered more in the pelvis. So now listen to the sound. So the first one, when the weight is forward of the sit bones and the breath tends to sit a little higher, you'll hear it's not altogether a bad sound, but it's a little sharper, harsher, a little more, you might say metallic or surfacey. Whereas when we sit a little bit back and the breath goes a little bit deeper, without even trying to change the sound, it becomes more centered in the body, and has a depth and a richness that the first sound doesn't have. So together with me, again, I want you to put your hands way low on what I call the pubic belly, the belly right above the pubis, and you're going to exhale all your breath. And the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to release that pubic belly into your hands. And inhale. And then let's chant Om all together. And again. Now in time, you won't have to actually let the belly completely release forward into the hands. The release is deeper, more internal, and you can still maintain a little bit of tone here in the lower abdomen. But that takes some time because most of us are quite bound in the belly. We've been spending a lifetime of trying to suck the belly in and up. So for a while, just see if you can let it go. See if you can let it fall into the hands, and it'll create a feeling of a vacuum that sort of draws the breath down into the pelvic floor. You won't even have to do anything except exhale completely and then release the belly. So I encourage you to try that. Let that just be your practice for a week. Every day, just practice long tones, releasing the belly, getting the breath deep in the pelvic floor. I think you'll find that it'll make quite a difference. So let's just do that one more time together. Inhaling. Inhaling, exhaling, softly open your eyes on the exhalation. You'll find it's quite calming, so it also can be very nice after practicing this a while to just do a little seated meditation. So again, I hope that helps, and if you have any questions, feel free to email me, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.